Got the shot. Welcome. This is Teofilo David from Whatwouldteosay Photography. We are on episode 9, Direction for Your Work. Episode 9. That sounds real good. Either way, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming. Today we got a few stuff to discuss as far as directions for your work. It's important to have direction for your work. It will help maneuver the uneasiness and anxiety of being a photographer. So here's some of my thoughts on that. I think we get so worked up in how we want to present our work. Photographers or any artists in the creative medium, we're perfectionists. We're always trying to find the one best way to up each other. Nothing negative, we just natural born competitors around here, or just trying to present the work the right way. My humble opinion is just having direction for your work. Where do you want your work to be represented? How do you want your work to be received? Those are questions that must be answered. If you can answer those questions, you are definitely in the right direction as far as, where you want your work to be at and how it's going to be shown to the masses. So having those directions is so important, because if you don't have directions for your work, guess what? You're all over the place. I equivalent it to almost like driving. You have a destination, you hit that direction, or our GPS in this case, and it will lead us and take us there. But we had to activate our mental GPS, our artistic GPS, and how we're going to move forward with our work. So what is your direction? How do you get there? And that's an interesting question on how you get there. Mentors, companions, friends, artistic friends, and I'm always challenging myself. And a lot of our work is based off our belief system, what we believe to be true. Not every belief we will necessarily agree with, but I'll use myself as an example. My direction, my goal is to start a conversation with my work, whether it's on a political medium or a social medium. I want people to be challenged, and I want them to start thinking about how they're going to move. That's my direction. I want my work to be published in magazines, maybe one day, journals, newspapers. I want my work to not only grow, but also be in places that you'll say, man, that's a Tio's work. I have a lot of work to do. I don't fault myself on that. That's just part of the game. Pushing yourself, pushing your creative side, artistic side, and creating quality work. If we're not being pushed, or we're not willing to grow with our work, all of this is in vain. You got to challenge yourself. Along with challenging yourself is knowing that direction you want to go in. And once you know that direction, then you could do so much more with everything, So this past weekend, I'm going to put up the photos, we had the results of the election. Biden won. And here in Buffalo, I managed to run into a celebration that they had in the Elmwood area in Buffalo, and just me, I'm not gonna lie, I was driving around looking, seeing just checking the atmosphere, checking the temperature of what was going on while the elections was going on, because I'm pretty sure it was nail biting. A lot of people had different levels of anxiety. So me personally, I wanted to see what the streets were doing, and I almost gave up. I gave up, and then, boom, the elections was called, and you had people in the streets celebrating, and I was there with my camera. I had two different film stocks, but I had a job to do. I wanted to capture the moment, and that's another part of my artistic journey and direction, is capturing everyday moments and making sure that I'm recording for our future selves, whether it's for my children, one day grandchildren, one day great grandchildren, so forth and so on. So I consider myself almost like an historian, and I shoot everything. I try not to be subjective with my photos. I'm subjective. I will capture any and everything, and the key to that, which I gotta make sure of, is make sure being in the right places in order to accomplish that. Because I'm neutral as a photographer. I keep my political opinions and thoughts to myself, but my main job is to go out there and capture history as it is. We are responsible for capturing it, and there are others that are responsible for properly writing it. You could choose which side you want to be on. I'll leave it at that. That's a whole different discussion. So, what can I say? Create your roadmap to what you want to do with your career, what you want to do with your work, and that will make life so much easier for you in the long run. Big shout out to Edreys and Yames, or James. They created this beautiful piece. It was actually a mural that was created here in Buffalo on Main Street by the Theater District. I had the opportunity to be there when it was announced, and I took photos with them. They're good friends of mine. I supported. No sponsorship on this. I'll put their stuff in there if you're interested to supporting what they're doing. I also had taken a couple of shots with my daughter, which I will put up as well as we're speaking. Just a big shout out to those guys, and keep pushing the culture forward with beautiful artwork that has direction. Yes, direction. That is the key to all of this. With that being said, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. I'm Teo once again. We're on video 9. Go check out the other 8. Like, subscribe, comment, share your thoughts with me. Let me know what you're doing as far as direction to get you where you need to go in your artistic endeavors. Subscribe, comment, like, all that stuff that comes with the social media world. I humbly appreciate it, and I'm honored by it. With that being said, peace.